Hey, what's the deal? It's your boy J Mike. I am 6 hours away from Raw Nationals 2018 in Spokane, Washington. Uh, this is probably one of the biggest meets I've ever had. Coming off of winning IPF Worlds, breaking the open world record on bench and a bunch of master records, six in total. But following that up 2 weeks later with one of the best squat performances I've ever had, the best squat performance I've ever had, where I squatted 750 pounds. But my bench didn't go well, and my deadlift was okay, but it still didn't go well. So basically, the last two meets, I hadn't put everything together. If I put together my best meet based on the numbers that I've recently hit, you're looking at two what 750 pounds. You're talking 619 bench, and you're talking a 722 deadlift. In that case, I could have gone a lot more. I only took my second, but I probably could have pushed in the upper 750s or something like that. So I'm at the point where I should clearly have a 2,100 pound total, raw, under 308 pounds, drug tested, but you know, things didn't go quite as expected after Summerfest. And this is not an excuse, but is my base reality. My son wound up getting diagnosed with cancer, and had a seizure, emergency brain surgery, 33 rounds of radiation over the last 2.5, 3 months. So training has not been the number one goal for me since then. But watching my son eat those treatments, like it's nothing, day in and day out. I'm talking about, he's a 6-year-old kid, 2, 3 hours a day, I'm saying, sometimes 3 to 10 doctors a day. I just found strength, one day, and just was like, you know what, I'm going to live for my son, So, the last couple of training weeks have been good. My squat got it up to like 760 pounds. My bench is, over 600. My deadlift is probably around 740 or something like that, which once again would put me over 2,100 pounds. But I'm just going to give you guys a little breakdown of how this should play out, or maybe play out, based on how I'm thinking in terms of openers and things of that nature. I like doing these so that I could play them and then actually do the recap after and see how close I was to the actual play out. But that being said, I had planned on opening up around 7:05 or so, but thinking about it, it's really not that smart of a move, due to the fact that I'm the two-time defending IPF World Champion Master Lifter, and champion, world record holder, and all that. It doesn't make sense for me to play around with that. I'm trying to finish second to Ray Williams, because they have some other guys who can push that number, and possibly I could finish second, if I have a good day. But that's not my main concern here. My main concern is making Team USA and having a great meet for my son. So I lowered my opener on squat to around 300 kilos, and then from there I'll probably go to 716 pounds, 717 pounds, and if that moves as it should, I most likely will jump to 755 or 760. And the funny thing is, I just put a little room in there just in case something funny happens on squat, in terms of my opener. My depth has been a little weird this prep. Had some knee issues for whatever reason, so I don't know if that was just something that was abnormality or something like that, because in competition, I typically bury my squats. So just in case if something happens, I have to retake a squat. Look for me going for 755 to 760 pounds regardless. So that means if I miss my opener, I will take it again, and I will jump from 660 pounds all the way to 760 or whatever the case may be, mainly because the other master that is in contention for Team USA slot, I have a huge advantage on bench. So if I have to make up the ground, I'll go ahead and do so. But the thing with that is that that other master is the legend Grant Higa, who's a professional lifter and a class act. So it's like one of those things where you have to be very careful because he has a very good squat and he has a very good pull. So he will play strategic in the sense that if I make a mistake or something, I could be taken out. So I think if I hit a 660 pound squat, I think that pretty much would wrap up the title if I just hit my openers. So now we're going to bench. Bench press, everything should be on track. My last bench before I came here, I did like a 5-second pause count with 573. Kept my head down, feet were planted. So opening at 573 shouldn't be a problem. So the goal is to go over 600 at this particular meet, and most definitely try to attempt an unofficial world record, which would be around 622 pounds. The big Algerian broke my world record that I had in Calgary the week after, which was 619.5, and now it's at 620.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for 622 and see if I can get that record back. But the plan is to go 573 opener, 600 second attempt, and then go for 622. In the event that the 600 doesn't look great, it has to look spectacular in order for me to go for the 622. If it looks rough, I may even pass my third attempt just to save energy for for deadlift, but I'm not thinking that that's something that's going to be a possibility. I think I will be able to get the 600 off and go for the 622. Now this is where things get a little interesting for me in the sense that my deadlift is good, and it used to be great at one point, and now it's really not, and I'm just kind of lost with it. So a lot of times when I do competitions, I really don't have a plan on deadlift. The number one plan is always to secure a 2,000 pound total, and depending on what that number is, no matter what it is, it could be 650 pounds, 630 pounds, 640, 660. I'll take that as my opener and then jump to what I think I could do. But in this situation, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to take whatever I need for 2,000. I'm predicting that that number should be close to 650, 640 pounds if everything goes well. But if I have to take, let's say 670, 680, that's fine. Instead of going to 738, I'm going to probably go to 727, which is a safer weight, and it should give me the American record for total masters, which is held by Brad Gillingham, if this goes well, which is 2,067 at the moment. And then on my third attempt, I should be in range for 2,100, which means I would need a pull probably under 750 pounds. And if that's the case, I think he'll fly this time. I just missed 2105 or 2106 in Calgary, and I need a 760 pound deadlift. So I just don't want to be in that position where I need that much. So if everything comes together on bench and squat, I won't need that much to accomplish this goal. So I'm trying to keep this video under 10 minutes, but that's pretty much how I feel things are going to go. I just want to thank everybody who's helped me, Noble Vice Performance, A7 for sponsoring me this past year, and also Lockjaw Collars, for helping me out or whatever. So I just want to put the best performance forward for my family, and most important, my little one who had been fighting. He just started school and everything. So I just want to make him proud. So either way, I'm going to go put it on the line today, and hopefully I come back with a 2,100 pound total American Masters record, as well as the American Open bench record. So that's the plan. I'll hit you guys later with the results.